Well, this is convenient. I was requested by my patron, Minion of the East, to make a character talk video on Rainbow Dash. It was going to come out last month, but after finding out that today was Rainbow Dash's Birthaversary, Minion and I decided that now would be the best time to release the video. For the uninformed, February 1st marks the air date of the Season 4 episode Pinky Pride, in which Dash celebrated not only her birthday, but also the anniversary of her moving to Ponyville. Similar to Shining Armor and Cadence's wedding, the fans have adopted the air date of this event as Rainbow's pseudo-official Birthaversary date. Rainbow Dash is one of the most recognizable characters in the show, if not by name, then certainly by her appearance. Design-wise, Rainbow is a pony that stands out, and she's a character that means a lot to many fans. What does she mean to me? At first, not much. In fact, in Season 1, she was one of my least favorite characters. I know, such a great way to start, but stick with me. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I was a Dash fan from day one, because that would be lying, and the great Apple Goddess frowns upon such things. Dash did not leave the best first impression on me, to be completely honest. I wasn't the biggest fan of her brash attitude, and her episodes weren't my favorites. In Season 2, my dislike turned to mild indifference, but it was in Season 3 where things really started to change for the better. Why? 2 words. Wonderbolt's Academy. In my top 10 episodes video, I gave this episode the number 4 spot, calling it the best Dash episode, and I stand by that. Rainbow Dash was at her best in this story, showing that she wasn't about to go against her sense of loyalty and respect in order to reach her dream of becoming a Wonderbolt. The temptation to sacrifice your values in order to achieve a lifelong goal is a strong one to resist, but Rainbow Dash was not having that. If she was going to be a Wonderbolt, she was going to do it honestly or not at all. She wasn't going to continue doing something if it made her feel uncomfortable, even if it was something that she's wanted since foalhood. And I had to give her respect for that. This one episode affected me so much that I looked back on Dash's previous appearances and picked up on her better qualities. She was willing to stand up for her friends when they were being mistreated. She served as a good mentor role to Scootaloo, a relationship that eventually became more of a sisterly bond. She had at least some sense of vulnerability, showing that she's not always as confident as she appears to be. And lastly, most of the things she bragged about were things that she could back up. A lot of characters in Rainbow Dash's archetype that do say that they can do a lot of things end up just blowing smoke, but Dash was one of the few that could put her money where her mouth was. Sure, that doesn't completely validate her bragging, but at least it's well founded. She's had her mess ups, that's for sure, and she can sometimes take her friends for granted, but even in my days of not liking her, I never saw her as a bully. When push came to shove, she stood by her friends and knew how important they were. Since my change of opinion on Rainbow Dash's character, I've been looking forward to seeing her progress in her goal of becoming a Wonderbolt, and I enjoy each little bit of progress she makes, from graduating the academy, to getting on the reserves, to flying with her idols in an official aerial performance. I'm looking forward to seeing her make more progress in the seasons to come. Perhaps she'll finally become a Wonderbolt in Season 6. Who knows? When that day does come though, I'll be happy for her. She's definitely earned it. Dash, while I may not have thought much of you at first, I have to admit, you're alright. Hope your Birthaversary was a good one. Thanks to Minion of the East for requesting me to make this video. Looking back on my impressions of Rainbow Dash from the early days to now was a fun experience, and I appreciate your support. So what are your thoughts on Rainbow Dash? Swarm that comment section below or bug me on social media, and consider supporting me through Patreon or PayPal art commissions. Until next time, keep it sketchy, folks.